Hello and welcome back to our FM22 Journeyman, where we're attempting to go from non-league football to winning the Champions League. We are back here with Club 4 today, Hertha Berlin, for our first full season in charge. And we've got our opening match of the season against Bayern Munich, because why would we want an easy opening match? If you have missed yesterday's episode, pop back, have a look at that now. We've done all of the transfers, we've built the team for the season ahead, and we have somehow still ended up with a huge transfer budget left, and that, just for your viewing pleasure, is after spending £140 million. £140 million spent, we still got £75 million left in the transfer kitty. Absolute insanity. This is the team we're going to use for that match against Bayern Munich, though. We've got Mendy in goal. Our back four today is Cucurella, Del Port, Mancini and Funk. We've then got Freeman, Traore and Schubert in midfield. Cavarat over on the left with Techahoa on the right and Maxi Gomez up front. And we are hoping today to get off to a good start in the league. Obviously, Bayern Munich, by far the best club in Germany. I think it was a little bit closer than it normally is last season, with Bayer Leverkusen breathing down their neck right until the last game of the season, but they're still ultra dominant. If you do enjoy today's episode, of course, please do drop a like down below, and if you enjoy the series, why not subscribe as well so you can follow along. Let's focus on this one and let's see if we can make a good start here against Bayern Munich. Techahoa has run back possession first there, and Funk with a big ball into the box. That is a fantastic start. What a start to the season. Funk winning back to possession with a brilliant cross into the box, and Traore blasting that one home there. Who won that back? Havertz made a really bad pass there. Techahoa has run it back, passed it to Funk, just sort of tapped it back for him to play forward to Traore, and Traore's bombed into the box there to put that one past the Bayern Munich goalkeeper. I'm not sure who their goalkeeper is at the moment. Alte. He might be a real player. He might not. Joshua Kimmich, by the looks of it, is still there, although he's playing in midfield. Is that where Kimmich is playing currently in real life? Because back when I signed him on previous FMs, which is where I know him from, he has been a right back. And Traore, after getting a brilliant first goal, has just gone nuts and assassinated a man. That is not as good. And the only thing I can think here is just to kind of do that. I guess that's kind of what we do. And I'm going to see how the game plays out. Before I drop this to cautious or anything like that, or defensive, I want to see how we do. Because the problem with dropping it to cautious is we have no attacking emphasis, and we're just going to invite Bayern Munich to come and score goals, really. It's going to be very much, would you like to come into our box and take pot shots at poor Mendy, who's making his professional debut for Hertha Berlin? And I can't see that he's going to like that very much. We are getting yellow cards left, right and centre here, though. There's a highlight going on, but I also do want to kind of tell my players to ease off the tackles a little bit, the ones who have got it. Granted, I have got a lot of players on tackle harder, but I might have to change that because I don't want to keep seeing red cards this season. I don't want to keep getting bans as well. So we'll adjust that as the season goes on. That one's been rolled out to Mancini. We are going to try and launch a counter-attack here. That's just a ridiculously long ball forward, though. I'm all for us trying to run on to the ball, but that one seemed a little bit ambitious. And now Bayern Munich are going to go on the counter-attack here. Kimmich now to De Jong. De Jong playing for Bayern Munich in this universe. Kimmich, obviously, as I mentioned, still here. They've also got Lautaro Martinez up front. So, you know, they've kind of got rid of Lewandowski, because I'm assuming at this point he's probably retired. And they've brought in Martinez instead, because why not? And they have just drawn level as well. It is now 1-1 against Bayern Munich. And maybe at this point we do drop back to a cautious mentality just to try and get the draw. This is going to be very annoying if after taking the lead we now lose, because essentially we're down to 10 men. Because if you look at the match stats, I mean, rewind the video. Have a look at the match stats before that red card, which was around 21 minutes. We were well ahead in this tie. We were comfortably controlling it, 1 goal up, and we've now got that red card, and it is starting to fall apart. I mean, it's not falling apart, but it's definitely not easy. I'm hoping that one's going to be called back for offside. It is going to be called back. I do think as well, while we're waiting for that, maybe we do this and Schubert now comes off. Diallo goes in there. Do we play with two defensive midfielders? Let's play with defensive midfielder. We could change Freeman to a ball-winning midfielder, but my worry is that he's already on a yellow card, and then that's going to make him tackle harder as well. And I don't really want him getting another yellow card because I can't really afford to go down to 9 men. Let's have a look why this referee goes over to VAR and asks for some clarification. He has disallowed the goal, so it is still 1-1. We are cautious now. We've dropped back to 2 defensive midfielders. I don't think there's a lot else we can do apart from encourage the team, wish them all the best, and kind of go, it's all right, lads. We know. Traore manages to score a goal 2 minutes in, then gets a red card and leaves you guys all a bit in the lurch. It's not ideal. Mendy rolling this one out to Deport, back to Mancini, who's launched that one too far forward. It was regained momentarily by Bayern Munich, but now Maxi Gomez running forward. Not exactly going very, very fast. And now Bayern Munich have regained possession and are going to come on the attack again. Lautaro Martinez there. Seems very, very deep. I don't know what role he's playing, obviously, because I can't see that. But he seems like very, very deep back for a lone striker there. I don't know if he's playing as a deep line forward, maybe, or a false 9. Who knows? Techahoa here has managed to get through. Funk now. Is he going to get across? He has. He's crossed into the box. Cavarat's hit the post. It looks like it was offside anyway. But that was so unlucky. A chance to go ahead in the tie there. Funk for a debut here. Funk is having a very, very good debut. He seems pretty solid defensively, but equally those crosses are making all the difference. We were definitely missing that last season. We were playing with wing backs, but obviously like Valdez was playing there. His crossing attribute is 10. It's not fantastic for someone you want to be regularly crossing balls into the box. And we had obviously Maxi Gomez and Luca playing up there at the end of the season, who are both very, very tall, got very, very good jumping reach, very, very good heading. But the delivery of those crosses wasn't very good. Funk seems like he's much more capable of doing that. So hopefully we're going to see lots and lots of assists from him this season. Obviously, we've now dropped to the one striker up front in the form of Gomez. Luca on the bench, so we can still bring him in. But Lautaro Martinez has just scored against us. That's annoying. That's genuinely annoying after all this. Cucurella, who we said in the last episode potentially wants to leave, has got a 6.1. Now again, I know you're against Bayern Munich, but in all honesty, that's just not really good enough. And I've also realised I haven't put Penna on the bench, which is who I wanted there. We're going to make these 2 substitutions. We're substituting the entire left-hand side, which is just having a really, really bad game. So Thierry Small coming on in the place of Cucurella. And then Malario coming on for Cavarat, as I call him, in the left-hand side, inside forward role. I don't think we're really going to have much chance here of getting anything against Bayern Munich. So attention already, in my mind, turning to the Union Berlin game, because we're 2-1 down to Bayern Munich. We're very, very tired because we've got that red card and we've played 70 minutes in this game. We've played 60 minutes so far of this game with 10 men on the pitch. And in all honesty, not to make excuses, but my team are quite tired. Maxi Gomez here, though, dribbling forward. Malario trying to run onto that ball. Nothing coming of that one, though. It would have been nice to at least see that last chance, but I think that's probably it against Bayern Munich, and it's definitely not the opening day of the season we wanted, especially after we got that first goal. I thought that might have been, there we go, we're going to get those 3 points against Bayern Munich, and that will absolutely kickstart our season. You'd be on such a high as a team after that to go, yeah, we've put a new team together, we've gone to Bayern Munich, we've got the 3 points, let's go for the rest of the season. And I genuinely think Traore getting that yellow card has completely undone that result. I do think we would have possibly gone and won against Bayern Munich here today if we hadn't got that red card. Instead, though, we've got that red card, so there's no point dwelling on it. We're proud of the team. They had a good go, to be fair. I don't care, you two seem demotivated. That's just stupid. We had a really good go at it. We were down to 10 men for most of the tie against Bayern Munich. What were you expecting at this point? Traore banned for 1 match? Yeah, no, I'm not going to appeal that. We're just going to fine him his half a week's wages because that seems absolutely legitimate to me. I think, though, this team seemed to work together. Cucurella, though, I don't think he plays next match because he was poor. Let's just call it poor. Now House can come in here instead of Traore, and we'll take Traore out of the team and put in Egerstein. And unless anything happens, that will be our team for the next match against Union Berlin, which is in about a week's time. Right, let's see if we can get a better result in that match against Union Berlin. So we have got relatively the same lineup as the last match, with Mendy in goal, our back four, Small, Delport, Mancini and Funk, Freeman, Neuhaus and Schubert in midfield. Neuhaus obviously coming in for Traore after his horrific red card in the last match. Cavarat and Techahoa out on both wings and Maxi Gomez up front. My assistant manager is absolutely determined that I should be playing Techahoa here. He doesn't seem very familiar with that tactic, but if we get to a point where we see we're not scoring goals with this tactic, with a sole striker, it might be an idea to try Techahoa, because we know he can score goals. He does score them off of that right wing. We've obviously got other players who can play on that right hand side, so definitely like Akahomak definitely can play there. It is an idea, just not one I know if I want to try yet when we've got both Maxi Gomez and Luca in the side. Obviously, they're both very, very capable strikers, but they're also a bit older. Maxi Gomez at this point is about 31, 32. Techahoa obviously still in his early 20s. So definitely a lot more pace on him. Could be one that we use for the future. It's all going to depend. It will very much depend as well if we get the PSG striker, which I mentioned in last episode. We are having a look at a striker from PSG who I think could be our forever striker, in which case he would definitely be our player that would be playing up top as the sole striker. Blistering pace is kind of maybe what we want from a sole striker this season. We'll work it out as we go along. Let's see how this match goes though. Techahoa passing this one into Gomez, Schubert, now Cavarat's Techahoa showing that he can indeed score a goal, and maybe we should be playing him up front with that goal there, putting us 1-0 up against Union Berlin. Pretty much the same sort of start we just had against Bayern Munich. We have gone ahead early. Now it's going to be a case of, can we keep ourselves ahead, or are we going to fall apart like we did against Bayern Munich? Obviously, this a local derby in Germany, both clubs within the same city. So we do really want to be getting a win here, if nothing else, just for the fans, for the bragging rights. No one wants to go to work in Berlin being a Hertha Berlin supporter and have to go, we lost to Union Berlin, to their mates. That is not what you want. This is Liverpool, Everton, this is United, City, all of those teams. This is one of those rivalries, so we need to be beating Union Berlin and making sure we are at least the top dogs in Berlin. Eventually, we'll be the top dogs in Germany. I am sure of it. But for the moment, we're settled for Berlin. That was a really interesting shot there. Cavarat trying to get that one on target. Not quite managing it on that occasion. But it was a very, very good effort. His legs seemed to bend away from him as if it was independent from the rest of his body. But it was a shot. It was an interesting shot, but it was a shot. Corner here now, Neuhaus to take into Mancini. Mancini going to nod that one home for his third of the season and our second of this match against Union Berlin. Mancini looking like a very good signing already, if only because if he isn't going to keep goals out one end, he will go the other and score them on a corner. I am noticing though, lots and lots of yellow cards. I think we need to maybe change this to stay on feet, which will kind of balance out against the players that I'm telling maybe to tackle harder. I'm not sure if it will actually make any difference whatsoever, or if the tackle harder is just going to proceed over the top of the stay on feet and we'll continue getting yellow cards. Possibly that will be the situation. Big cross into the box there, but it's above everyone's head. Funk is now bringing this one forward. Can he get a cross into the box? It's a big cross right over to the other side. It's nodded down by Cavarat into Maxi Gomez, who does put it away, but the referee is blowing on that whistle straight away, and we are going to have to go to VAR and see if he was onside for that one. He was onside for it. We are now 3-0 up with inside the first half. This is much more what we wanted this season. Funk here with another brilliant cross into Cavarat. Maxi Gomez hitting that one first time. Kind of stealing the goal, but it probably wasn't going in anyway, so we'll let him have it, I guess. Letting the team know we're very happy with that. Have I told Funk to ease off the tackles yet? I have. Delport as well. Delport is the one I haven't told to ease off of tackles. We do not want a repeat of the first match in this episode and another red card. Schubert now. Schubert through on goal. Passing that one to Cavarat, being unselfish with it. He probably could have gone alone, and Cavarat not actually getting a goal, so maybe he should have gone on his own. Nefhouse now over, Neyhouse over to Delport, who's passed that one forward for Thierry Small. It's another cross into the box. It's above the head of everyone. Once again, Techahoa now back to Funk with a cross into the box for Maxi Gomez, and Maxi Gomez nodding that one home for his second of the game. It's another brilliant cross from Funk. He's gonna be a really good player. I wouldn't be surprised if he is already nailing himself on as signing of the season here, because cross after cross is meeting the heads of our players. And when you've got a really tall player like Maxi Gomez, a player that can cross the ball into that box like Funk, is an absolute godsend. We're way ahead in this tie, 4-0 now. And now it is possibly time to just make some substitution just to save some legs for the next tie. Let's put Diallo on for Freeman, because Freeman's on that yellow card, of course. And I think we can bring Akahomak on for Techahoa as well over on that right-hand side. I can see Cavarat is quite tired as well, so potentially we need to be taking him off. And I forgot once again to put Penna on the bench. I am going to have to remember to do this, because Penna does need some game time, and I'm intending to kind of play him on that left-hand side. I don't think he'll be getting a lot of game time up front with Maxi Gomez and Luca, and then potentially Techahoa in front of him as well. So he does need to be starting those games over on that left-hand side. Really good clearance there for us again. And now we have got, I forget his name because it always says Elias and it throws me out completely. Akamak coming forward with the ball. Completely forgot the guy's name then. Thierry Small recuperating that ball after it was cleared by the Union Berlin defenders. And now I think we just make our last substitution. Let's bring Karaj on for Delport, because he hasn't got very much game time either since he's been at the club, and he is one that could improve quite a lot, so it'd be helpful to give him game time when we can. Neyhouse into Mancini again. All of these seem to be going to the head of Mancini rather than Gomez. They're both on that near post. Mancini seems to get there, but he also seems to be scoring them, so I'm not too mad about it. Diallo, ball forward to Maxi Gomez. Maxi Gomez for his hat-trick here, and 5-0 up against Union Berlin now. This is exactly what we needed after that match against Bayern Munich. Just goal after goal after goal after goal to get us going for the season. Yep, I'm okay with this. This is saying like we can make another substitution. I swear we've already made all 3 of our subs, and now we cannot make another one. Or am I missing something here? Have I only been making 3 substitutions when Germany allows us more? No, we can't make any substitutions. So why is the game going? You should be making this substitution and taking Cavarat off. That's lovely, but I can't do that. We've already made all of our substitutions, so don't tell me stupid stuff like that. Make me think like I'm an idiot. I thought maybe it was 5 subs in Germany, and I'd like completely misread this and been ignoring it for the entire season. Had people screaming at me because I have to record quite far ahead, what with trying to do another series on top of this one now, and the fact I've got kids and I've got a full-time job and things as well. It does take up a lot of time. So at the point I'm playing this, the first episode of Hertha Berlin is being released tomorrow. So I'm about a week or so ahead. I mean, the first episode is going to be released on Wednesday, and I am currently on Tuesday in the week after in real time. Spoilers, breaking the fourth wall a little bit there, but I'm about a week ahead on recording. So if ever you see that you've put a comment and I haven't replied to it, or I haven't acknowledged it for a little bit of time in game time, that's probably because I've already pre-recorded those episodes, because I have to keep ahead a bit. Ignoring that, Neyhouse has just scored a fantastic goal there from outside the area. Absolutely brilliant goal there. And we are now 6-0 up against against Union Berlin. I do wonder where this team was last season, because I guess we have changed quite a bit of it. To be fair, we've changed formation and we've got quite a few new players. I mean, looking around here, Mendy's obviously new, Funk's new, Mancini's new, Delport was playing there last season. He found Thierry Small. So 4 of our back 5 are all new. Freeman's new. Schubert wasn't playing. He's practically a new player. We've then got the front 3 or 4 are kind of the same. So the central player there and the front 3 are the same. But I guess we've sort of built from the back, which is kind of what we said we wanted to do in last episode. So that's probably a good thing. We just had to pay PSG £3 million because he scored 10 goals. Max Gomez did get a hat-trick in that one though. So we can't complain about it too much. It's a pretty good start to the season, ignoring that loss to Bayern Munich, but actually a 2-1 loss when we've had a player sent off in the 20th minute. Probably not all that bad. I'm going to play forward a little bit now. We'll probably come back for the RB Leipzig and Stuttgart matches. We also just got drawn against Mönchengladbach here in the cup, so we might come back there for the Mönchengladbach and Hoffenheim games, and then play Frankfurt off camera. We've then got Borussia Dortmund and Bayer Leverkusen that are big games right next to each other as well, so lots of stuff coming up. As always though guys, if you have enjoyed today's video, please do drop a like down on the video. It really helps get the video out to people who might not have seen it, and it's always really appreciated. And if you are enjoying the series, hit the subscribe button as well and join the channel. It's obviously completely free, but we've got this series being uploaded on a daily basis, as well as some tutorials if you are having problems with the game yourself. Until next time though guys, thank you very much for watching. Check out the videos on the end screen, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.